small. Watch the clock ticking off the wall. But tonight I'm letting it go. Spend my coin for sure. I'm gonna be myself, or I could be someone else. No one's stopping me now. I'm gonna skip my breaks, I'm gonna make mistakes. I just wanna feel alive. It's just what I do when I'm out, so try not to hold me down. Feel alive when I'm in this town. Look at those beautiful stars. I wanna drive a faster car. Nothing can break me, no, no, nothing can break me.
Good morning.
Good morning.
From our last day here at Disneyland.
We're both very sad.
The weather's really grey. I think it's sad that we're leaving.
Yeah, it must be.
It must be. We've got a few hours here in the park, and then we're going to go into downtown Disney. Joe saw a Lego set that he wants to pick up.
Yep.
We've got a few wee things that we've seen in the shops that we're going to pick up today. We were waiting until we'd seen everything before we buy most of the stuff. There's definitely churros on the agenda, obviously.
Yes.
That's our new obsession, and we'll just kind of see what happens. We'll try and do a few rides, but
Yeah, provided the queues are short enough.
yeah, that's it. We spent most of the morning sorting the cases out, didn't we?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Always the fun part.
The worst part of any holiday.
Yep.
Surprisingly, we're okay weight-wise, but it was more just like space-wise, wasn't it?
Yeah, definitely.
So yeah, but we're all sorted now. We did have big plans of doing it last night, but my feet had their own heartbeat last night, and they kept doing that jerky thing where they're really, really sore, like spasming. So that plan was abandoned pretty quickly, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yep. So we're going to get a wee wander in the park, and like I say, just see what we end up doing. We've not got a to-do list as such, do we, Joe?
No, because we've done like basically everything we want to do already.
Yeah, there's a few rides we haven't been on, but they're ones that we're not overly fussed about. Ones like Orbitron that we've done 1,000 times in Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World and whatever.
Yeah.
And also I'm wearing a skirt, and it's just an effort getting in and out of that in a skirt. So I'm like, nah. And then ones like Buzz Lightyear, that's kind of one and done. Autopia, we're not overly fussed about. Again, done it a million times in different places. So we've done all the ones that we really, really like. We've done Space Mountain a few times, Indiana Jones a few times, Big Thunder Mountain a few times. And we're just hoping we can manage to get a few of them today before we go, but if we don't, then we've managed to do everything we wanted to do, apart from Haunted Mansion because it's closed just now, so we couldn't have done it anyway.
Yeah.
But will we head in?
Yep, let's go.
Let's go. When we came in, there was a lightning lane for Indiana Jones at 12:15, and I tried selecting it and my app kept crashing and saying it's not able to make any selections at this time. Tried Joe's, but turns out my ticket wasn't linked on his. So then by the time we got the app working again, it's now 6:50. So we're not going to be able to get on that one, I don't think, unless the queue goes down. But we have managed to get Big Thunder Mountain for 1:30. It was at 12:20, but again it decided that it didn't want to work, so that's great. But on the plus side, I got this to make myself feel better over the app not working. So this is breakfast. Just to the right hand side of the castle is this little Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs area, which is very, very cute. And right beside that there's the wishing well. So Joe and I brought some coins, we made a wish, we threw them into the wishing well, and they drain it every so often and the money goes towards like Make-A-Wish, I believe. So that's always a good cause if you've got any spare change at the end of your holiday. But yeah, how cute is this? The OG princess and our merry men, our wee dwarfs. And obviously I had to get a few pictures with the ears, didn't I? Sorry, you're a bit zoomed in. There we go. So yeah, here's a closer look at the 7 dwarfs and Snow White. Such a nice wee monument to the first proper Walt Disney animated film. Feature length. So cute. Okay, so I ended up not eating the Rice Krispie treat with the M&Ms on the top of it. They are delicious though, that's one of my favourite Disney snacks. I had so many last year in Walt Disney World and brought a few home. But we did have a churro instead. Joe had the pineapple one. You liked it, didn't you?
Yeah, it was tasty.
I just had the regular one, it was really good. But because of that we were still quite hungry, so we came to, what was it, Red Rose Tavern
Yep.
and Fantasyland. You can probably hear the Fantasyland music around me. And we got this. So Joe got the flatbread and it was like spiced lamb and sausage or something, wasn't it?
Yeah, spiced lamb sausage, yeah.
Yep. I got this, which I have not opened. It came with tater tots. I love tater tots. If you've ever been to like Bucks Bar or Thundercat in Glasgow, they do all these different toppings on them and they're so good. But this is my burger. It's like a chicken burger with bacon and cheese and things. I'm not gonna lie, it doesn't look the most appetising, but hopefully it tastes okay. I'm sure it will. What's your thoughts, Joe? What's your review?
Yep, I like it.
You enjoying it? Tasty?
Yep, it is.
Good evening.
Hi.
That's us back at LAX. We're trying to lean in here, there's a wee table in between us. We ended up not filming very much today. We were only in the parks for a few hours. We managed to ride Big Thunder Mountain, Space Mountain, but I'd already either recorded or couldn't record them.
Yeah.
And then we just kind of wandered about, didn't we?
Yeah, wandered about, saw the band going down Main Street.
Yeah, that was cute. We never saw Magic Happens Parade, but we did see the same band that we saw the other day.
Yep.
And then we did some damage in the shops, didn't we?
Just a wee bit.
So there's a lot of melting plastic going on. But it was a really nice last day. I do think I walked about just in a total depressed state, most of it right enough.
Yeah.
But I suppose coming to Universal and Disney in LA in the sun has that effect when you know you're going back to rainy Scotland, doesn't it?
Just a bit.
Yeah. But anyway, we are at LAX. We are just waiting for our flight to start boarding. We got here nice and early just in case with the LA traffic and security and whatever, and everything was really smooth. So long may that continue for the road home.
Here's hoping.
Yep, and just really thank you so much for watching. We hope that you've enjoyed it. If you have enjoyed it, please do like, subscribe, follow along. There is another trip coming up. Joe's laughing at me because I've been saying all day, like, I can't believe we're leaving, and he keeps going, but you'll be back soon.
Yeah, I don't even know how many times I've said that today.
Yeah, at the minute he's definitely glass half full and I'm glass half empty at this point in time.
Yeah.
But I'm slowly coming around to the thought that I'll be back very soon.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm going, as I think I've mentioned it in the previous vlogs, I'm coming back here with my friends Karen and Viv, VK Travel Adventures, and we've got a few days in LA over Christmas and then flying over to Hawaii and visiting Olani.
Someone's over the moon.
I'm so excited. It's like a bucket list thing that I never thought I would ever get to do. So I can't believe it's happening. So I won't be leaving the house between now and Christmas to save up for it and pay for it, but it will be 100% worth it. But yeah, thank you so much for following along, and there's more to come, so stay tuned. But for now,
Yep.
Bye,
Thanks for watching
Ellie.
and good night.
yeah, thanks everybody.
Thanks, bye.
Good evening. I am now back in what is a kind of sunny Scotland actually, for a nice change. It's not been very nice since I got back. It's been a couple of weeks since I got home and I wasn't ready to face filming a haul yet because I was just too depressed at being back. But I'm finally ready to face it and show you what I got. I didn't really get as much as what I normally do because I think because we were there last year, Some of the stuff was quite similar in the shops, and then also I know that I've got a trip coming up in December, so I was trying to be sensible about that, and obviously space in the case is always at a premium. So with all that in mind, I will make a wee start. I am going to start with the non-theme park stuff, and then I'll make my way towards the theme park stuff, so I don't see it taking too long. Famous last words. But let's go. One of the first things that I bought when we were in Hollywood, on Hollywood Boulevard, it was a shop called La La Land. One of the first things that I bought was one of these magnets. I'll hold it up. I just thought it was so nice. We got a couple of these. Joe and I chipped in for one for Michael and Leslie and one for Jerry and his girlfriend. So yeah, we got those, and I got one for myself as well. Just thought they were really nice. Just a wee fridge magnet, something that doesn't take up much space in the case. So that was the first thing. In either Walgreens or CVS or whatever it was, I got my caramel M&Ms. Now the last few years I have bought like the massive bags and a few of these, and I think they were on offer this time for maybe about $6 for 2 bags or something like this. I can't remember what the offer was, like buy one get one half off or whatever, but only really wanted one because I've ate so many of these I've almost put myself off of them over the years, but I couldn't not buy them. So caramel M&Ms for the win. We also stopped in at the Marshalls on Hollywood Boulevard, and it was really good. It had loads of good stuff in it for quite a small shop. The home bit was really good, but obviously it's just difficult to bring home stuff home when you're flying and you've got like a weight allowance and whatever. But I saw these luggage tags. I've had mine on my case for honestly years, and they are starting to show a wee bit of wear and tear, and obviously I don't want them to come off. So when I saw these, I thought I would just go for them. They were a pack of 4. Now I have taken the tags off everything, so I really don't know how much everything was. It's a guesstimate at this point, but I think it was maybe about $6-ish for all 4 of these. And they're all lemon themed, so they're like this at the front, and then the back is like this, and then obviously it's got the wee bit there for your details. So that's the first design. This is the second design. It's just plain on the back. And then they had these sort of smaller ones, and again on the back they've got the wee flap for your details. So yeah, I was really chuffed with them, thought they were lovely, and picked them up. Also got some pyjamas while I was in Target. I have, however, just realised that they are in for washing. But I got a set that was it a set? Yeah, it was a set. I bought a set that was like the blouse in short bottoms, but I noticed beside it that they also had the long trousers. So like, you know, they're like the leopard print. I'm not doing very well with this, but you get the idea, the full length trousers. So I just thought like I would buy the full set and the trousers, and then that way I could mix and match. I thought maybe like on holiday and things, sometimes you go away and you're expecting the room to be really warm and it's really cold, and vice versa. So I just thought they would be quite handy, and even at home it just gives you the option to kind of mix and match with them. So yeah. These were $18, the long ones were $18. I think the set was maybe like $21 or $22. It wasn't like outrageous or anything. But yeah, I think you've seen them in my trolley in one of the videos, so you'll know what I'm talking about. It's the same design as these anyway. But I love a leopard print, I love animal print. So they made me really happy. Also, while on Hollywood Boulevard, there was a sort of shopping precinct. The name escapes me right now, but I'll put it down the bottom of the screen. And it had places like Hot Topic, it had a Victoria's Secret, there was a couple other places, and there was like food places up the top of it. But what it also had that was really cool, it was quite busy when we visited, so I didn't actually do this. I just walked over, but I never took a picture or video. But if you walked to the back of it, there's a wee sort of glass sort of viewing area, and from there you can get really good views of the Hollywood sign. So if you didn't want to like book a tour or go a hike or whatever, it would be a really good place to go and get your picture of the Hollywood sign in the background. So I'll put it down the bottom of the screen if I haven't done so already, and then if you're in the area, it's a good place to visit. But while I was there, I stopped in at Victoria's Secret and they had a sale on. And last year while I was there, I had got these really lovely emerald green leggings, like sports leggings, and they are so soft. They're like that buttery soft sort of way. So I wanted to go in and see if they had any more of them. The shop didn't have an awful lot in it, if I'm honest, especially because they did have a sale on, so some stuff obviously was out of stock and whatever, but they had the same leggings in this sort of sagey green colour, and they're the exact same style. They are so soft, they're so comfortable, and they've got the elasticated waist there. I don't know if you can see that. And again, they're full length, and they were, again, I've taken the tags off them because I'm a genius, but I think they were originally something like $49, $50, but because of the discount that was on them, I think it took them down to like 21. It was like round about the $20 mark, which honestly I didn't think was that bad for Victoria's Secret, and I love the colour. So buzzing. Also, while we were in that sort of shopping centre, it was like an outdoor shopping centre, but you know what I mean. They had a shop called Shoe Palace. I had never been in it before, but my friends Karen and Viv had asked me to go in and look and see if they had any Universal Jaws themed t-shirts, which they did, and I picked up for them. But it was really, really nice because I would never have went in if they hadn't said about it, and I just happened to be across the street when they messaged, so it was a perfect time. But I got this jumper from Adidas, and like in that shop, and I seen it and I absolutely loved it. I just thought it was the nicest jumper, and it's got these lovely floral embroidered leaves and flowers and whatever. So I'll hold it up and you'll see it. So this is it here. It's just kind of plain, but then this is the sleeves. Like, how gorgeous is that? It's so, so nice. There's like the back of that same sleeve. And then obviously the other one's pretty similar. It's got the florals on it again. And I just thought it was so unusual and so nice. It is cropped. And I don't usually do cropped because, as I said in a few videos, I'm 5'8". Cropped just doesn't really suit me, and I'm too old for it. Like, if you've got the figure, absolutely, you batter right on in, and I'm proud of you and you do you. Me personally, doesn't do me any favours. But I'm thinking it's long enough that I could probably just wear like high-waisted jeans or something underneath it, and it would probably look okay, or maybe like high-waisted workout leggings or something. I've not really done a trial and error yet to see, but I just knew if I left it I would end up regretting it, so we bought it. And it was $70 plus tax. But I think you would pay that for a jumper from Adidas anyway most of the time, especially with all like the decals and whatever that are on it. So yeah, really, really happy with it. The next one's really, really boring, but makes me really, really happy. Life's all about those simple pleasures, and I am easy pleased. But it was a wee hair clip from Target. It's like a wee bulldog clip. When my hair is straightened, I have straight hair anyway, but after years of like dyeing it and straightening it and curling it and all the rest of it, it's not as straight as it once was. It's a bit kind of puffy from time to time. But when I straighten my hair, a lot of the bulldog clips are just way too thick for my hair. It just falls right back out of them. So when I saw this, and it was like quite thin, it's like the Monster Book of Monsters, but I just thought I would buy it, and it was something like $4 or $5. So cannot go wrong. We also went to the outlets one of the days. We ended up hiring a car on the Sunday. You'll have seen this in the vlog anyway, but ended up hiring a car on the Sunday, the day that we were doing the Warner Brothers Studios tour. And it just kind of gave us a luxury of having a wee bit more time, a wee bit more flexibility on our way to Anaheim to stay at our Disneyland hotel. So Joe had seen there was a Disney outlet store in the Citadel outlets. Now there is one at the Camarillo outlets that I have seen on other vlogs, but it was the opposite direction to where we were headed that day, so that just wasn't going to work for us. It was too far in the opposite direction. The outlets at Orange were ones that I originally had planned to go to because there was lots of like stores there that I was really wanting to have a look in, but time just wasn't on our side and we didn't manage to do both. So we ended up going to the Citadel outlets and they were okay. I don't think they're as good as the Simon Centre ones, like the ones that you get in Orlando, like the premium outlets at Vineland and International Drive. However, I've obviously not been to those ones this year, so I don't know if it's just that the outlets weren't as good rather than the company that owns them wasn't as good. I think it's just dependent on stock when you're there. So I never bought anything in the Disney outlet. I looked in Kate Spade, I looked in Michael Kors, I looked in Coach, because I love buying a handbag when I go over there, but there was just nothing speaking to me. I saw a couple of nice ones in Coach, but the one I did see, it was like kind of cream coloured. It was a wee crossbody, a sort of saddlebag, and it was really, really nice, but it was cream coloured, but the hardware on it was silver, and I just felt it should have been gold. Like, it just didn't go very well, so I thought I'm not buying it for the sake of buying it, which honestly is huge personal growth. I never do that. So I ended up not buying anything in the outlets apart from this jumper, okay? So let me just show you it now. Okay, here it is. So it's from the Converse shop, the Converse outlet shop, but to be honest, a lot of the things were still full price stuff that they've got in the shop, but just with a range of discounted trainers and things and clothing and whatever as well. So it was a kind of mixture. But this is it here. It's actually almost identical to the colour of the leggings. So if I wanted to, I could be like a sage green Teletubby, but I probably won't wear them together, but you never know. But this is it here. It's got the wee Converse sort of emblem as a hoodie, and it is a full length one. It's not a crop, and it's got that wee pocket on the front. This worked out really, really well because on the flight over, one of the attendants accidentally spilled coffee all down the jumper that I was wearing. She didn't do it on purpose, obviously, it wasn't a big issue, but it went all down it and I just never had time to wash it while we were there. So that was part of the motivation as well for buying a jumper. So it worked out really well, and it's lovely and soft and fleecy on the inside. I'll see if I can show you. I mean, how good is that? I don't know if you can see it, but I can feel it and it's so good. So yeah, I was really, really pleased with that. And as much as I didn't get much else, really, outside of the parks, I was really happy with what I did get. Since we started at Universal Hollywood on the trip, I think I'll do the Universal Hollywood stuff first. First up, I bought a photo album, and this is it here. I just love the design. It's as if it's like stickers for all the different rides, and then that's it on the back. Same idea. And it holds 50 photo sleeves, holds 200 4x6 photos, and it's got a photo CD sleeve as well, so if you had stuff staved onto a CD, that would be really good as well. And a memo area. Now, I've not opened it, but I'm assuming that's a wee bit that you can write beside the photos, like the date or whatever it was. But how nice is that? I've never really noticed photo albums in Universal before, but they had this one and I thought, well, it would be rude not to. And it was only $20, so that was a win. From the same range, they also had these glasses. So it's like the exact same designs, exact same sort of sticker type ideas for each of the rides, and it's all the current sort of rides and lands and whatever. So it's got like Hogsmeade, Billow from the Minions, it's got Kung Fu Panda, Autobots for Transformers, it's got the movie rides, Jurassic World. So it's got all the sort of main attractions that are there just now, and I just thought it was really, really nice. Something a wee bit unusual, and it was only $12, so honestly, I don't think you can moan about that. Like, I think that's such good quality for $12. If you watched the vlogs from Universal Hollywood, you would know that while we were there, they were actually celebrating the 60th anniversary of the tram tour, and we did the tram tour and it was so, so good. It was something so different to what they have in Universal Orlando Resort, and because it was the 60th, they had lots of 60th merch. So I bought this cup, or this glass, and it says Universal Studios Tour, and it's got like the tram and it's got the red and white as if it's like the glamour tram. Again, it was only $12, which I thought was such a good price, and it was just a wee piece of memorabilia to remember the 60th anniversary, because that's one of the things that kicked the whole park off. So it was just really cool having the opportunity to go on that and experience it. They did have a really nice print. I think I maybe recorded it in one of the vlogs, and it was only $20, but the dimensions were just really, really weird, and I thought when I get home I'm going to struggle to find a frame for that. Don't get me wrong, see if I go back in December and it's somewhere in the back corner and discounted, I will absolutely be buying it. So yeah, I just decided to buy the glass because I just thought it was really nice. I loved the design on it, I loved the colours, they were so bright and vibrant, and it was a nice wee nostalgic nod, I suppose, to the original glamour tram. Now the next thing that I bought, I didn't actually buy. Because what happened was, I had seen this in Universal Orlando not last year, the year before, and I really liked it and thought I'm going to buy that, and time marched on and I didn't. I went back last year and I was like, I'm going to buy that this time, still never bought it. Then this year I seen it on the very first day and I thought I'm going to buy that, and then I forgot. And by the time I realised, I was exiting the park, and because of all the escalators that you need to go down to get to the Jurassic World section again, I just knew that with the time of the parks and whatever, it was going to be too difficult to get down and back up again and get a taxi and whatever. And my feet were killing me by that point, so I was like, it's not happening. However, my friend Jen was in Universal Orlando at the same time that I was in Universal Hollywood, or like roughly not that exact time of day, but like over the space of the week. So I messaged her and I was like, listen, I really like this t-shirt, long story short, never picked it up, can you look and see if they've got it? And thankfully they did. So she picked it up for me and she gave it to me the other day, and this is it here. Yay! I just love that design. I just think it's so cool, it's so tropical. Obviously it says Jurassic World, which is kind of sad because I would prefer Jurassic Park, but amazing. And it was $35, so I transferred her the money for it. So I didn't technically buy it myself, but it still came home with me. Now, I think we all know where I did the bulk of my shopping while in Universal Hollywood. And of course, it was in the Wizarding World of Harry Potter. So, let's see what I got. Hi, Hedwig. I know, I completely agree with you. Do you like Hogsmeade? Oh, she's not talking to me. Oh. That was a big decision. It's hard to argue with those facts. I'll turn it off for a minute. So yeah, Hedwig came home with me. I've turned it off for just now. There's a wee switch on the back. And it's got a magnetic panel underneath. Can you see that there? Just underneath my dress. And she sits on it. Now, I had seen these before I went over and I was like, oh, that's really, really cute. I really, really want that, but I don't need it. It's a bit expensive. I don't know what to tell you. Are any of us really that surprised? I know I'm not. So 65 plus tax later, here we are with Hedwig. No idea what I'm going to do with her. No idea where she's going to live most of the time. But do I have any regrets? Not really, no. So yeah, Hedwig's here, so I think she'll just stay on my perch for the rest of the Harry Potter merch. The next wee thing that I got in the Wizarding World, it was just nice and simple, and it was these Honeydukes lollipops. They are for my friends wee boys, Dylan and Kiernan, and I will give them as soon as I see them, hopefully in the next week or so. So Dylan and Kiernan, if you're watching, I hope you enjoy. Everything else that I got in the Wizarding World was Christmas themed. It was Christmas ornaments and decorations. So I think I'd seen this on the very first day, but I was wanting to try all the other shops to make sure there was nothing better. But I just thought it was so lovely, and it's a lot heavier, it's a lot more solid than it looks. But it's obviously the cart that like Harry uses when he gets to platform 9 3/4. and it's got his trunk on the top and his wee suitcase there, and it's got Hedwig. Sorry, I'm holding that too low, but there you go. And it's got the little sort of toggle that just says on it, the Wizarding World of Harry Potter, Universal Studios. That says it on that. But yeah, I just thought that was really, really nice. And it was $30. Again, theme parks are never the cheapest when you buy this sort of thing, but it is really, really good quality, and it's just so lovely. All the details on it are really, really nice. So I'm really, really happy with it. The other Christmas decorations that I bought, I think it was Madame Malkin's robe shop, and they had these little house ties. Oh goodness, I'm not doing a good job of this. But they had these little house ties, and they were all marked down to $5. Some of the labels say more than that, but they were down to $5. And they've got their own wee coat hanger for each of the ties. So obviously we've got the Gryffindor one, and then we have got Ravenclaw, and then Slytherin, and finally Hufflepuff. I'll move that out of the way. There's Hufflepuff there. But they were only $5, and I just thought they would be so nice on the wee tree that I decorate. Sorry, Hedwig's falling over. That I decorate at Christmas. I've got a wee Harry Potter themed tree in my bedroom. So I just thought that they would be perfect on it, along with the other wee Harry Potter ornaments that I've collected over the years. So yeah, $20 for all 4 of them, which honestly is an absolute bargain, especially in a theme park, especially in the Wizarding World. That was everything from Universal Hollywood. So next up, Warner Brothers Studio Tour. The Warner Brothers Studio Tour had so much available to buy from the different sort of franchises that they were representing. They had a load of Friends stuff. There was a lot of Harry Potter stuff. That probably made up the bulk of it, actually. There was lots of like actual Warner Brothers sort of exclusive sort of memorabilia, and then they also had stuff obviously like the Big Bang Theory and the DC stuff as well, so it was really, really cool. But what I bought, I think you'll have seen this in the vlogs, I'm sure I showed you anyway, but I bought the little fridge magnet photo frame. That's it there. It's just a wee small one, and it's got the magnets on the back, and I just thought that after getting my picture like on the couch or at the fountain, this would be really nice to put inside the frame and then have like on the fridge just as a nice wee memento, and it wasn't too dear. It was only $8.95 plus tax. So yeah, thought that was such a good price for that. And then also along the Friends line, I've started trying to collect a wee Christmas decoration from each trip to add to my sort of holiday fun tree, and I chose this one here. And it's the wee Central Perk Friends coffee cup, and just on the back it says all of that there. I'll turn it around and read it. It says Friends the TV series, Warner Brothers Studio Tour Hollywood. It was only $7.95. Like, I think that's such a bargain for somewhere like that. They did have all the characters like in this wee sort of wooden design, but I didn't need that many and I restrained myself. So we just got this one here and I love it. The last Friends theme thing that I bought was this little sticker, again keeping with the Central Perk theme, and I just thought that if and when I start this scrapbook that you've probably heard me talking about for about 4 years now and still haven't started, then that would be really nice in it with the Friends pictures. So watch this space, maybe at some point between now and the next vlog series I will actually start that scrapbook. But yeah, I think this was only like $1 or $2 or something, which honestly I don't think you can moan about. So the Friends stuff I had bought at the sort of Friends section where the Central Perk coffee shop was, and where like Monica's apartment and the boys' apartment, Joey Chandler's, and whatever was, they had a sort of shop going up through the middle of the sets. So that's where I bought the Friends stuff, but then at the big shop at the end they had extras. Obviously they had more to choose from that wasn't just Friends. So the first thing that I bought was this fridge magnet. Obviously you can see it there. It says Warner Brothers Pictures. I can't read backwards apparently. But that's it there, and it was $8.95. So I'll be putting that on my fridge now that I've filmed it for the haul. Again, keeping with the theme of the scrapbook that will or will not ever take place. Oh no, I've just dropped one. Hold on. Got it. I got the Bazinga so that I could put that beside the picture of Joe and I in Sheldon and Leonard's apartment where we're sitting in like Sheldon's spot, because obviously that is Sheldon's catchphrase, Bazinga. And this one here, this wee sticker, and it's the Warner Brothers with the classic sort of blue and yellow colours. I think they were about $2 each as well. They weren't dear. So really good memento. And it's nice to see that they've got smaller options there as well, like space-wise and price-wise. So thumbs up to that. Finally, from Warner Brothers Studios, I got this postcard. And I just thought it was so lovely with the sort of sunset colours, the water tower, the lights shining up, and you can see all the studios sort of in the background. I just thought it was really, really lovely. Again, I don't know whether I will put that in a photo frame or whether it will go in the scrapbook. I do actually think it would be really nice in a photo frame. I do that quite often. I buy postcards and put them in photo frames because it's so much cheaper than buying actual artwork. And it still looks really, really nice. It's just a smaller version. So yeah, I'm not sure yet. Now I'm looking on the back for a price here and I cannot see one. I think again it was maybe like $2 or $3. It wasn't much. But yeah, that was everything that I bought at the Warner Brothers Studio Tour. So we have looked at the Universal Hollywood stuff, we have looked at the Warner Brothers Studio stuff, so now we're on to the last group of purchases, and also they come from the last part of the trip, which, as you know, was Disneyland! One of the first things that I seen when we went into Disneyland Park, one of the first shops we went into was the Tiana theme shop, where it was Eudora's Chic Boutique or something like that, I think it was called. And it was all the Beignet themed stuff and Tiana themed stuff. And one of the first things that I saw were these ears. If you've seen the vlog, you'll have seen them already, but they actually smell like cake mix. They smell like fairy cakes, like a vanilla sponge. And the bow, it's hard to see in this light, but it is glittery. You can maybe just about make it out there. And these are Loungefly ones, so they were a wee bit dearer than some of the other park ears, but I just thought they were so nice and they'd be such a cute outfit in the parks. And they were $45 plus tax. And in that same shop, again, I seen this on the very first day and I was like, it's so, so lovely. I absolutely love it. I really want to have it. But I really don't need it, it's ridiculous. But still, it came home with me. And that was this cushion. Now, how gorgeous is that? And also, I don't know if you can see it, but that's my headboard behind me. Could they be any more perfect? So I picked that up on the very last day. I'd been looking at it for days by that point, and I finally took the plunge and I bought it. And it was $35. And honestly, to me, money well spent. There must be a good sunset tonight because I'm starting to look a wee bit kind of red in this camera, but I think it's just the light reflecting in. It is currently 9:15 at night, believe it or not, so that's why the light's looking like it is. But yes, continuing on with the Disney stuff, one of the next things that I had bought, I'd actually had to look for before going. I had been on Etsy small shops, and I'd looked on Vinted and whatever, and I just couldn't see any that I liked until finally seeing these online. But I wasn't 100% sure that they would have them. Thankfully they did at the exit to the Guardians of the Galaxy ride. And it is these ears. How cool are they? And it's obviously like the awesome mix that Star-Lord Peter Quill has. And then it's as if it's like the old tape. That's probably too old for most of you. But the old tape, the cassette player, that's like the wee bit that you had to wind up when it got caught and it all fell out. Yeah, I'm that old. I know I look it, don't I? But yeah, they had that, and obviously it's got on the sides like the Guardian symbol there, and then on this side it's got Groot, Drax, Peter, Gamora and Rocket. They're a wee bit hard to see, they're a wee bit hidden by the bow, but that's them there. So, so cool. I have taken the tag off because I was wearing them in the parks and can't remember exactly how much they were, but I want to say they were maybe about $35. I think most of the ears were about $35. They did have quite a few in the main shop on Main Street, and it was like 2 for something. can't remember now. It was like, if you bought two, it was $60 instead of $70. I think that was the deal. But the two that I wanted, obviously, were not in that deal, so I had to buy them separately. I think I'm just going to put these on. Yeah. Yeah, why not? Let's wear these for the rest of the vlog. So cool. So yeah, so the next thing that I bought was this. If you've watched vlogs before of mine shopping hauls, you will know that I am a big fan of these sorts of cups, the sippy cups with the straw. I am not really a hot drinks drinker. I saw this cup. They did have the ones like the ones I bought last year. They had one for Disneyland and one for DCA, but I just thought this one was nicer. So I got this one. So on it, I don't know if you can see it very clearly, but we have got Space Mountain and then the Matterhorn and then the Disneyland Castle. She's so tiny and cute. And then we've also got Carthay Circle there and then the Ferris wheel. And then just on the back you've got the normal sort of Starbucks logo, and it does not have a price. Oh yeah, it says Disneyland up there in gold as well. It doesn't have a price on it, but I think it was maybe about $30. I'm not entirely sure, but it was round about that mark. The next thing that I bought was a t-shirt. I saw it for quite a few days before actually buying it because I'm not really a pink person. It's not a colour that I'm really drawn towards an awful lot. I love pastel colours and I love that sort of tie-dye, sort of cute pastel Main Street vibe, but yeah, it's not always something that I would buy, but I just thought this t-shirt was so cute. I've actually seen since that they have a Walt Disney World version down, it says Disneyland down at the bottom, but this is it here. And it says on it, park days are the best days. And it's got like, the A is a castle, and then it's got like the Ferris wheel in the middle of it there. And it's just all the nice pastel colours, and it says Disneyland down at the bottom. So I just thought it was really nice. Maybe I'll wear it when I'm on the plane in December or something like that. Get those magical vibes in from the minute we get going. But yeah, I just thought the colours were lovely. It was so cute. And it was $35 plus tax. So yeah, speaking of that Christmas trip, I bought a pair of earrings in Disneyland Paris when I was there in February, and they are like dangly fluffy pom-poms in the shape of like Mickey Mouse, but they've got a wee mini bow on the top of them that's red and white. So I saw these. Now they are January birthstones, but they're just red Mickey earrings. And I just thought they were really nice. And I've got like, I don't know if you can see, I've got like 3 studs down the bottom here and then one up the top on my right ear. So I just thought they would be really nice to go beside the dangly one, and they would give like Christmas vibes. I've got green ones as well, so I thought I could maybe layer them with like the green and the red and they'd be really nice and Christmassy. So they came home. They don't have a price on them because they were whatever colour it was, but I think they were maybe like $20 there or thereabouts. The other jewellery that I bought was Pandora charms. Now, at home, I can actually tell you the last time I bought a Pandora charm. I used to buy them all the time, and then I kind of fell away from it. But what I have been trying to do over the last couple of years is buy the Pandora Castle charms each time that I go to the parks. Obviously, Disneyland Paris and Walt Disney World I'd went to for years before they started doing those. So I do already have those, but I did not have the Disneyland one because I've never been there before. So I'll just keep them in the box so you can see them. But that's the little Disneyland. I know this is really hard to see, but you can see the little Disneyland Castle charm there. And on the bottom of it, I don't think you would be able to see it, but it does say Disneyland on the bottom. And then beside it, they have got the Ferris wheel for DCA. Now, I went in and I was like, hiya, I'm looking to buy the park exclusive Pandora charm. And she said, and in my mind it was only the castle, I didn't know about the Ferris wheel. And she was like, which one? And I was like, there's more than one. And obviously it turned out there were 2. So I felt bad, I couldn't just buy the castle, I had to buy DCA as well because it was my first time there as well. So I bought the 2 of those. I think they were roughly £70 each is what it showed up as on my statement. So I think they were about £70 each, but I think most of the Disney Pandora charms are roughly about that price anyway. So yeah, and I will add them to my Disney bracelet, and honestly I'm so happy with them. I know they are quite dear, but if you're only buying like 1 or 2 a year, then I really don't think that's that bad. Now, the next thing you'll probably have seen me looking at in the vlogs, and I was a wee bit torn about whether to buy this one or the 3D sort of blown glass one. I did think about going back to buy the blown glass one so that I had the Walt Disney World version and the Disneyland version, but I just never got round to going back to get it, and it's fine, I didn't need it anyway. But I did buy this Christmas ornament, and I just think it's absolutely stunning. It is like, it's quite weighty, it's heavier than what it looks like, and it's like metal sort of material. And obviously on the front there it says Disneyland, and it's got the Disneyland castle with Tinkerbell and the fireworks. Hopefully if I hold it at an angle you can see it. And then on the back it's the same design as the Starbucks cup, and we've got Carthay Circle, the Ferris wheel and the Matterhorn. And that sort of design, those wee blue ones, seem to be part of a much bigger range. Joe got the t-shirt and it had the 4 of them on here. So like the castle, the Matterhorn, the Ferris wheel and Carthay Circle. It had sort of mini logos, and then on the back of it I had the full size one like filling the back, and it was such a cool t-shirt that Joe bought. You'll have seen him wearing it in one of the vlogs. But that's from the same design, and it was $19.99, and honestly I just think it's absolutely gorgeous. So that'll be going on the Christmas tree this year. Now, the next wee thing was actually free, because one of the days while we were in Disney California Adventure, we went to Lamplight Lounge for lunch, and while we were there we had ordered a couple of cocktails, and the girl had seen us looking at the coasters and saying we were going to keep them for later, so she actually brought us some more over that we could take away with us, and we divided and conquered. So I got this one, and it is up themed. We have got Carol there, and we have got Doug, and we've got Russell and Kevin peeking out over the back. And then the next one I got was Mama Imelda from Coco. That's her there. And then finally I got one of the Toy Story aliens. And then on the back they all just have the Lamplight Lounge symbol. But it was really lovely in there. We really enjoyed it. And they were a nice wee memento. I have just realised I meant to show you the park maps. We'd picked up some park maps. They didn't have any in Universal, but they did in Disneyland and DCA. However, I've just realised that Joe's still got them. They were in his backpack, so they're not in the vlog, but you've seen what a park map looks like. But I always pick them up because I think they're such a good souvenir, and they're good to look back on in years to come, because then you see all the changes that happen in the park over the years that you've been going. And like, who doesn't love a free Disney souvenir? So I don't have them to show you, but you know what they're like anyway. Finally, so this is the last wee thing, or things that I bought, and I'll just kind of show you them one at a time. And it was little postcards of some of the popular art print designs that they had available to buy. They had the larger versions, and most of them were about $45, $50. I just couldn't decide which one I wanted. A few were nice, but there weren't any that really grabbed me that I thought, I really need that, that is gorgeous, I have to have it. So instead of doing that, what I bought was a selection of the postcards. So the first one is the Main Street Electrical Parade. That's it there. They're all in little plastic wrappers, so it's maybe a wee bit difficult to see, but you get the idea. And all of these were, oh, it doesn't say on it, I think they were maybe like $6.95 or something like that. So not too bad. Pocahontas was one of my absolute favourite films when I was growing up. So they've got this one, and it's like the colours of the wind. Just thought that was gorgeous. Then this one here was all the princesses, but they're in all their different wedding dresses, I think it is. It's hard to tell, but they're all in gorgeous ball gowns that honestly they do look like wedding dresses of sorts. So yep, I got that one. Next up was Rapunzel. So I'm trying to do this without having the shine on it. She's there in her tower with all her golden hair. And then this one here was from Princess and the Frog, and it's got Tiana and Charlotte, and it's like the Mardi Gras parade in behind them. I love their friendship. I love how Charlotte isn't the main character, but she's so happy for Tiana. Like, she's such a good best friend. So yeah, I really loved that was both of them on that and not just Tiana. So that came home with me. The next one is the Women of Wakanda. And as you can see there, we have got Okoye, we have got Nakia, and we have got Shuri. And I just thought it was really, really cool. The colours were amazing from Black Panther. So yes, that got bought. And then the last one that I bought was Mulan. Again, this is one that I loved growing up. And it's got her there in her lovely sort of outfit from the start of the film. But you can see the sword and the dragon in the background as she gradually becomes the warrior Mulan. But again, I just thought it was lovely. So I got that as well. And that's everything. So yeah, I'm probably saying it's not that much, and then this is probably taking like half an hour as per usual because I blather too much. But I hope you have enjoyed. I hope you liked having a wee nosy at everything that I got. I am really, really happy with every single purchase that I made. I don't think I've got any shopping regrets. There was nothing that I seen that I'm like, oh, I wish that I had bought that. The only thing that I did want to buy that wasn't available because it was out of stock was one of the DIY hairbands. You'll have probably seen them on social media where like it's a plain black hairband and then you pick the little characters and they've got Velcro on the bottom and you like stick them on with the Velcro. I didn't even think to look for them because I never seen anybody wearing them, and then it was only when I came back that I realised that they were out of stock. There was a woman in front of us as we were leaving the very last day and she was wearing one, and I was like I meant to look for them. But I think because I'd never seen anybody wearing one, it just never crossed my mind. And then obviously it turned out they were out of stock anyway. So I'm glad I never spent hours looking for them. But yeah, that would be cool to do maybe at some point in the future. But for now, that is everything. I don't have anything else, I've just double checked. Nope, that's everything. I really, really hope that you have enjoyed watching the haul. I really hope you've enjoyed watching all the vlogs. I loved California. I can't tell you how amazing it was. I didn't think it would be so different. As much as there are similarities, it was also completely different. It is true what they say about the magic in Disneyland has a different feel to it. And it was just so much more chill. I think as well, like seeing all the characters was just fantastic. It was so easy going over it and speaking to them. It felt a lot more natural because it was much more spontaneous. So yeah, 2 thumbs up for me, and I know that Joe would say the same about Disneyland and DCA. We both absolutely loved them. The Warner Brothers Studios tour was absolutely fantastic, especially like I say if you're a fan of Friends, The Big Bang Theory, the Warner Brothers sort of Harry Potter series, any of that, along with Fantastic Beasts, any of that, if you're a fan, it would be such a good visit. And we absolutely loved Universal Hollywood as well. It was a lot smaller. I would say it was more difficult to get on rides there. I think, again, we were there on the 4th and 5th of July, so it was going to be really, really busy anyway. But a lot of the rides there had much higher queues than their same ride in Orlando, if that makes sense. Like the Simpsons ride was always 45 minutes, whereas in Orlando that's usually like about 25 minutes, anytime that I've seen it usually. So we never got on that, but it's not something we were fussed about. But anyway, I am going to stop talking because it's starting to get dark now. It's probably getting harder for the camera to focus on me. But thank you again so much for watching. I really do hope that you've enjoyed it. If you haven't already, please do subscribe. It does make such a huge difference and it would be so appreciated. My next trip is in December and I'm going with my friends Karen and Viv, VK Travel Adventures, and we are going to LA and then we're getting a flight over to Hawaii. We're going to Aulani for a couple of nights. How is this my life? And then we'll get a few more days in Hawaii after that before we then fly back to LA and then eventually back to London and then Glasgow. So please do, if you don't already subscribe, please do, because there's so much more to come. My plan the minute is that I'm going to edit these California vlogs first and then I'm going to put up my Dubai vlogs. So if you're interested in Dubai content, that is also coming very soon. I hope you have enjoyed. Please follow me on Instagram as well, and you can send me a message if you're not wanting to leave a comment on the videos. DMs are always open. But thank you so much, and I will see you later. Bye!
1, 2, 1, 2, 3. I've been feeling so small. clock ticking off the